Okay, good. I swear, every time Ashi literally decides to add a new thing of corn on the consoles, I literally lose my shit. Oh, Commander, I found this image of you. Oh, Commander, I found this of you. Oh, I found a new body pillow. Oh my god, this woman. Hello, everyone. Okay, I'm being over-exaggerating a bit, alright? God, I love being a funny little asshole. Hello, everyone. Wow. That was over the top. I love being funny. And I've gotten a couple of new pieces for my my 3D setup. We'll get this underway soon. I think you're gonna be impressed, as you've probably been noticing. Like, my 3D setups have been greatly improving, and I love the shit out of that. To add more and more to it is, I like it. I really do. And we'll get to the live stream here in a bit. Like, give me a few minutes. So, a couple of things I do want to talk about, because like, I know a lot of y'all are like, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all have seen something from like Tectone's live stream on Project Melody, and I do want to comment on that. Because some people are like, oh my god, Commander, have you heard Project Melody's got a boyfriend? And I'm gonna go like, just the facts, ma'am. Like, that's how I am right now. It's like, please, just the facts. I don't want myths. I saw that shit. My whole thought process was like, do you have anything to say other than word of mouth? It's not like I don't believe it. As a matter of fact, as popular as Project Melody is, it would be expected. You know, it very much would be kind of like very expected by now for it to have someone very special. My whole thought process is, well, I already know the person that made the comment, and he's not a reliable source on the internet. And the guy's a pure creep. Yeah, even I know that about this, like, so-called user. And for me to hear some little Twitter account going, me, 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 you know, like that, and for me to even begin to try to understand that, you know, the little, oh, tickle me Elmo references coming out of like this freaking, like, can't believe I put in a tickle me Elmo reference, but it definitely, like, this user definitely came off like a tickle me Elmo with that information. With how he was coming off. And I guess that's kind of like the weirdest thing too, because Melody does have like these out of control fans that can be like going off like that. And she's taking a hiatus because, well, the little lady just, well, the lady's going through the worst time of her life, and she's not one to handle like controversy. That's one thing she really cannot handle is a lot of controversy. Goofy woman, and just have a good time with her chat. That's what I wanted, but shit happens. You know, my live streams kind of fell into covering news, talking about like live stream experience, heck, even content creation like experience. And for me to hear like this guy go off like go off like that and say she's married and like she's had this whole all like porn like corn star career and all that kind of stuff, and all I'm hearing is a tickle me Elmo out of that Digidex, and holy shit, like I'm a guy like just the facts, man, just the facts, like what the hell. Like that's just every hour on the hour with some people on like Twitter. You know, it's to be expected. It really is. It's to be expected from like a lot of like crazy ass Twitter users. So yeah, Melody's took in like 2 weeks off. I left her a comment saying, "Hey, well, like your wisdom, beauty, and like spiritual strength, some of your greatest features will wait for your return." And a lot of people really do look up to Melody, myself included. I'm not saying that she's a perfect person, far from it. And so I recently created the energy shotgun. It's like at the power it's at least better than the normal shotgun at legendary. Got a higher output of like damage, but I'm gonna get a like more powerful version. And I decided to pull out the overheat rifle. So yeah, no, I saw Tectone's live stream and I saw like that one guy called Digidex, and I already know about Digidex and like how completely unreliable he is. And he's just someone that is just complete stalker material. And shit like that, so I had the strangest Twitter account following me this morning as well. Like, don't want to get too much into it. It's just like, oh my god, the profile, shit. That is some like some of the most. It was really disturbing too because like the default profile is like text message was, and I quote, "Oh man." That it was weird in the worst way possible. Like it was weird, like in like, I swear some Twitter users are just there to like come off like some of the creepiest people online. We're actually gonna pull out the Morse Scout because like I wonder if like. Oh right, don't have a saddle form yet. Gonna have to create that saddle later. Oh, and it's nighttime. It's gonna be hard to see in this shit. Never noticed that before in the water. But yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so this Twitter user, the profile reeling, you know, like they're still on this binge of like, oh my god, it's the worst day ever type ordeal. And it really is. This is the worst time for like them, but it's to a point where like a lot of people are like, now that basically it's starting to die down, the problems, and VSojo's, well, it's gone. The main problem is a lot of the freaks are trying to pick up like new issues, you know. There was a whole thing on Zentrea, like I saw like some report or about some people saying that Zentrea was some, and I quote, oh god, I do not like talking about substance abuse, but some people were saying she was a substance abuse user in VSojo, and like before and during the company, I was looking at that shit, I was going like, do you have any proof other than literally just some like theory crafting? It's like I'm hearing a Minecraft player trying to, no, like Roblox player, because like I don't play Roblox. I'm not a Roblox player. Like I don't deal with that shit. You know, I don't deal with that game. But I've heard things about Roblox communities and players, and they go off like that shit. They really, it is really disturbing when I hear like some child, you know, some man child that play, or some kid plays Roblox, and they end up on Twitter and they start going like that off VTubers. I go like, if you're gonna say that shit, then you better have some evidence, you know. And then there was a whole video of it on YouTube, and I was thinking like, what? I'm sorry. Who hit you with the like? It's not even a tinfoil hat this person had on when they made those comments. I think that person was just mentally like incapable of telling right from wrong. You know, like a case worse than like some of Pip and Pipka's followers. Jesus Christ. With that, but yeah, Project Melody has taken 2 weeks off. I hope she returns. I hope she'll be in better spirits. And I hope she'll be prepared for the backlash. Because, like, being gone that long, she hasn't really posted much. Her mods are, like, on full force and, like, taking care of her Twitter profile. And I want to say this, good. You know, they're doing what they have to, but she's gonna have to be prepared when she returns to live streaming, because like there's gonna be a whole lot of freaks out there that's gonna go like, oh, Project Melody's back, because there's gonna be like the good people gonna be like very supportive and loving for Project Melody and want to see her come back, and then there's gonna be a few people that go in there and have these bot accounts ready to kind of like cause some chaos and mayhem and bedlam on her live streams. And she's gonna have to be prepared for that. She's gonna have to like, oh, Dude Knights, thank you for following. I hope you're enjoying the gameplay and me chatting. Or at least talking to y'all. Not a lot of people chat back to me, but it's okay. People are still getting a feel for me. Thank you for becoming like a follower, an honorary cadet. So the whole thing with like Project Melody, nah, she's gonna have to be prepared for the worst of the worst. She really is, you know, because her mods are gonna have to be on full force and on the tip top of her like of A game when they're there. It's just how it is. And I know like a lot of y'all recently saw this like, oh my god, our first official like comic page strip, because like I usually do it kind of like these kind of like default art pages, but then I created my first actual official comic, and it was like me I was like the girl said, hey Commander, you've been caught simping again. No, like Daisy Doom was like, oh, should I just use the 2016 pistol or Doom Super Shotgun? And I love how that came off. It was so over the top and hilariously violent. Like, the dark humor was top tier when I made that. But at the bottom of the art piece was like, kill the simp. She was like, kill the simp. You know, and I found that so fucking funny that I did that. I love doing dark humor. But yeah, I just hope Melody will be prepared for everything that comes her way. A lot of the members are kind of like, and I quote, just got their, or like, they're getting ready for the return. Iron Mouse has already been streaming constantly, and her team's being top notch. But I hope when all the rest of them return to streaming, because I think like Henya's back to streaming. I could be wrong. I have been seeing like a lot of links from her streams and like feed of shorts on Twitter of hers. So I hope like Henya's back to streaming too. At full power. I know Iron Mouse, like, she's killing it. She's killing it as a streamer right now. And she already had, like, little lady, she had tons of backup plans. Let's go. The Iron Mouse had those plans ready when she left the company. General Giga, like, well, the General is being her occasional style, you know? Like, little lady is like, she's doing the evil JoJo poses. Let's go. Didn't know she was a JoJo fan. So tell me, cadets, how many pieces of bread have you had this morning in your life? Oh god. Doing a deal. Let's go. Season 1. Oh. Love that. Yeah, she... Somebody played the Pillow Man song when she struck a pose too. I thought that was so awesome. Like, they did a donation for that. That was so freaking cool. I love that. Ooh. That lady's got some style. Yes, she's very intelligent, very, very educated in streaming. Difference between me and a lot of other streamers is I'm educated on YouTube. She's a lot of them are educated more on like live streaming, and I'm still getting good at it. So like, I hope y'all kind of like love the new console over there that I've gotten a hold of. I think it's pretty freaking awesome. You can see like this whole like, right now what you're seeing is my own 3D like kind of like cyber office ordeal thing that I'm going with. And it's kind of like where I wanted to go with like some of my live streams at times. You know, like I get all these things off of Sketch Labs, these 3D props, they're awesome. Free to download. The problem is with that console over there, like that giant old computer console, I put it in Blender 3 times to fix the coding. Blender couldn't fix it. And I was like, oh my god, what's wrong with this thing? So I decided to open it up in Windows Paint. And like Windows 3D Paint, right? And I put it in as a 3D object, and then I had to, from the 3D object, take it and fix the coding there and put it back into my tracking software. I was like, oh, holy shit, it worked. Like, Blender failed for some reason on fixing something. I mean, that's the first time that's ever happened, but luckily I have several like 3D programs to fix these props. It's awesome. So we are gaining some Coralium to get some like ammo here today in Palworld, and I am planning to show y'all that at a unique little mine shaft where I found this overall, like, what was it again? All right. This unique little mine shaft where I found some merchants. Like, I'm surprised nobody picked up on that mine shaft yet at the beginning of Palworld with this new update, because that was really interesting. I have not seen any content creators or just live streamers go to that like cave and notice those merchants in said cave. And it's at the beginning of the game, basically, at the beginning plateau. I did not see anybody go in to said cave to figure this stuff out on YouTube. So I was generally shocked that I'm the only one that found it last night. But yeah. So what does some people say I'm chronically online playing like Palworld. I would say, yeah, it's my fetish. Okay, enough of that. Enough doing a Hojo for T4 star. It's not my fetish, it's just like one of the things I like to do. I like to game a lot. I'm a gamer, I gotta game. It is my bread and butter, doing gaming. You know, my DMs are open on Twitter again. Of course, but I'm not willing to, and I quote, just talk to anyone. I do want to mention, like, right now with my Twitter, like, who I will engage and who I won't engage. One, graphics artists, oh, hell no. Like, I'm only having the DMs I would open for, like, other live streamers on the internet, or, like, people that want to ask permission to, because they don't have to ask permission to react to my stuff. But if they go like, hey, I'm gonna react to some of your content, you know, and if they ask for any recommendations of what they, you know, feel like would be good for their channels, please do so. You know, like, my DMs are open for reactions, for like other live streamers, and even more so, like, if somebody feels like doing like a live stream collab, hell yeah. I don't do art collabs, right? I'm not an art collab person. I'm not a comic. Well, that definitely falls under art collabs. If any people are interested in like how to prepare for like live streaming as well, my DMs are open for that on Twitter. And stuff. I want to say this. I'm not comfortable with people heading over there and like trying to sell me something, or have me buy any type of like digital art projects of theirs. I don't have the money for that, but like, y'all see what I can do with like just all the free stuff I can get a hold of, you know? So like, and like my own art projects, so I literally just don't have to like rely on a whole bunch of like artists to get my stuff done. I have my own ways. But yeah, so all in all, I don't work with other artists. I don't play nice with other graphics artists simply because, or artists in general. I do all my own stuff. I'm not okay with some people popping into my Twitter DMs either. Like, I'm not okay with anyone. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not okay with anyone popping into my Twitter DMs and asking like, "Hey, so, hey there, Romeo. You mind we hook up sometime?" You're like, I'm not okay with like some random Twitter user going over there on my Twitter DMs and asking me like, "Can you be like my Romeo?" Shit. I'm not looking for a Twitter lover. Shit. Hell the fuck no. Dating on Twitter is such a mistake. It really is. Like, my DMs are open for like live stream stuff, nothing else. Like for collabs or people that want to react to my content, and I give recommendations, let alone just like, you know, YouTube advice or like some little live stream advice I do have. It is not open for anything else. But yeah, I'm not looking to buy anything. I'm not looking to like. Oh my god, I'm not looking to date anybody off Twitter. I'm not looking to like do anything else. If y'all want to send me fan art of like, you know, something y'all made of me, like y'all can do that on Twitter, right? Because I'm sure like some of y'all may have like done like, oh, I made this art piece of like you as like one of your characters or something, or like you in a battle art piece, you know, something like that. I'm okay with that. Like y'all can send me that in like the DMs if you want. I'm not okay with people sending a whole bunch of videos my way on my DMs. Like if I see one video in my DMs or a link to my to any like DMs of a video in my Twitter account, I I'm gonna lose my shit because like I'm not okay with that. But they can't really send the video links in them anyways because like hitting like YouTube, obviously default links were kind of like imperative in it. Because I hit the YouTube link, I hit the TikTok like default channel link. I hit just about any platform that allows a video to be. During the whole like Sentinel Knight procedure type ordeal, nobody really knows this about Doom Eternal. Uh, they removed the cream makers. You know, they removed the nuts that make the cream in the Sentinel Knight process. Is there in like the Doom guys like story and lore of the Sentinel Knights, and I don't know if it's been applied to the new stuff, but it's part of the old lore, so it is really. I wouldn't be surprised they put it in there. And the female Sentinel Knights, not very many of them, but they didn't have their. I'm gonna say they didn't have their tubes tied or their ovaries taken out. They had the egg that is the actual character, human in part, like rabbit resurrected type ordeal. You bet Samuel Hayden will do everything he can, as the Sentinel Knight procedures would, for like Daisy to be like that. So that's how like I applied it to Daisy as well. Like the female Sentinel Knights cannot get preggy, and that's so sad. But I guess it's what makes them more efficient, like warriors for combat type ordeal. It's interesting. And I'm full aware of like that information. We're gonna head to like the lava region, and we're gonna get to a teleport point. I think I do have some. I must have left them at the base because. Oh, we already got 500. Let's go. But yeah. So. And I know a lot of people was like, wait a minute, what if Daisy Doom's gonna get the business done? Please let me remind you, due to the Sentinel Knight process procedures that Samuel Hayden helped develop for the Sentinel Knights, she can't get preggy. Yes, she can pound, but she can't get pregnant. She can take a person to Pound Town, but she cannot get preggy. So that's kind of tragic for like probably the internet to hear go like, wait a minute, female Sentinel Knights in Doom Eternal can't get preggy. They can go to Pound Town, but they can't make the pound. No, come around. Oh no. Yeah. It is tragic. It really is. But I also saw like some people are kind of like frustrated because like the whole thing like, oh, he's cringe. He is the cringe, and look, I'm the cringe, but in the good way, right? I'm the best kind of cringe for a male VTuber. Like a lot of people, like I am worried about these ladies. I am, especially with some of them being on hiatus for so long. Because as soon as like they come back after that hiatus, they're gonna have to be fully prepared for the worst. Man, I wish we could dig up all that Palworld gold and just take it to the base. Because look at that stuff. Look at those. Oh man, that is some high detail. Look at that. I've never seen like the ship anchors on those. Okay, I never took a close look at them like that before. That's really interesting. I like that. Okay, yeah, usually in these little like hideaway spots there you can find chests everywhere. You know, so like this is where you got to be like when you find something new in Palworld, like you got to put on the old like detective spyglass, go like, bum 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 bum, because you got to look everywhere, because like you can find like some really good stuff. You got to rush over bank and feel like out of anyone that has earned an image of love and respect online, she's earned her like career in more than what, how can I put this, her career's worth more than creams and strawberries. I'm gonna be real, like she's earned her weight in cream and strawberries. She really has. And for like some of these like people to go off on her like this and claim this or that, it is just really disgusting and irresponsible of them, and just generally wrong, you know, for them to go off like that. And like for them to accuse her of like supposedly, you know, that's the weirdest thing too, right? Some people like, I know why they do it, right? I know why they say, oh, this person is like in a relationship, or this person's like married, you know, like without literally having like full context or even proof of the situation. They go off like that. Like, why do they go off like that online? It's simply because they're purely like obsessed with the content creator. They go like, oh, well, you know, like, like she's married, like my favorite, oh, she's married, and like she's mine. They go off like that shit, and like I'm gonna be real. I'm sorry. Who, like, who decided to make you the authority of like relationship status, like that stuff, you know, and say that and think it makes you intelligent? We don't know anything about Project Melody's like relationship status, you know, and that's the way she would rather want it. And I want to say this, yeah, she values and even adores her privacy and her private life. To me, I wouldn't even really care if she's single or married, you know? I know some people would probably be like, well, wait a minute, you like her a lot, then like, oh, why do you say like you want to date her and everything? Okay, to be fair, I'm a simp in the best way possible. I'm not a negative simp. Like I'm not a bad simp where like I go like obviously looking at some of the most unique things of like on the internet about somebody, especially live streamers. Like I do not look at the cornfields of art of other live streamers like that, because it is so disgusting. It is so wrong for you to do that. And I don't do that. You know, maybe you'll see like an art piece of that is safe for work art piece uploaded on like a piece of art or a thumbnail or a video that I create, right? And that's what I do. I'm not gonna bust my nuts over some erotic form of art of them Like, I am not okay with that shit. I really am not. Especially the AI generated bullcrap. You know, I'm not okay with AI generated art. I'm usually not okay with like people asking, because when people do ask AI for like some big important question, they do it because for a big important question. They don't use it for some like a joke purpose or funny purpose. You know, when I ask it, it's either for a joke purpose or just to find like a headache that has been causing me trouble online so I can find their stuff and remove them from the equation from interacting with my content. And then like I either use it for some funny joke meme type, obviously, content creation idea. I don't even use like AI script writers either. Like when I create a script, I go to Google Docs. What I do now, I go to Google Docs, I activate my microphone, implement it into the software, and I start talking. And then I look at what I say. I go, all right, gonna have to adjust this where it's smaller and it's better to the point, you know, with some of my major projects that I do. I go, all right, I literally put down the character's name. What I then do afterwards is start creating the obviously conversation pieces. I look at the conversation pieces. I go, all right, interesting. Let's shorten that. And sometimes I do take one or two script ideas and go like, okay, so that's interesting. I like that point. Makes a lot of sense. And that's when like I kind of like put them together, you know, with that stuff. It's with the script ideas and come up with one script. Of course, like I still have to go through the procedure of like looking at what I said, shortening it, and make it where it works. That's why I love using like the overall Google like doc system to create scripts, because it can really be really good, and it's got features where like I can fix it and then I can put it in dialogue in dialogue boxes in the videos, and it does wonders for that. Yeah, pissed off the Thunder Vultures. On accident. It happens. Oh, good. But, yeah. A lot of the other VTubers, right? Like, I've learned everything I need to from the rule book, so I really just don't have to constantly watch them on live streams, pick up on any more of the rule book. I do keep up with like other VTubers in the drama field just to make sure like if I have to talk about something, I will. And I know another thing y'all noticed last night after the live stream was like the whole Visa and MasterCard situation. Yes, I did mention something has happened. Visa has released a statement finally, like, and I want to say it's not appropriate enough. I want to say it's there, but it doesn't help. I already know with the Visa and MasterCard situation that is, this may be a group, it may not. I don't think it's an actual like Karen group that still exists. Because I remember the name from a few years back, and that Karen group did fall apart. It could have reformatted, like it could have like, they could have like brought themselves back together. But I think it's under like a new group, to be fair, that has come together and started causing the same problems all over again. Now, do I think that it's this group? You know, do I think it's them? Oh, fuck no. The original group has long been gone. The whole Visa and MasterCard situation is getting to a point where, like, right now they're already starting to show weaknesses within the surface. You know, they're already going like, oh crud, like people are mad at like what we did. And I already know what it's like, what they're doing. They really don't care that this group asked them to do this stuff. They want to do this stuff because to them, you know, to them they think it's gonna be like any positive effect or change for their business. You know, they think it's gonna give them a positive image. Congratulations! You gave birth to a moron executive. How do you feel? You know, like, you think that stuff's gonna give you a positive image with your customer base, make you look responsible? That does not make you look responsible. It makes you look completely irresponsible as a credit card company. It makes you look like the worst thing ever. And for y'all for them to go off, right? These credit card companies to go off and go like, well, we don't like you purchasing these. You know, like, imagine this, right? I want y'all to just imagine this in your brains and go, oh, well, what if I just wanted to go over to E2C and get a giant plushie of one of my favorite, you know, cartoon or anime characters, right? And what if your credit card company notices the transaction and they give you a call and they go like, hey, so I saw you trying to purchase this giant overall just a doll. Our company does not like people, grown adults, playing with, and I quote, toys. Mind explaining why you're buying this giant life-size toy? And like this is so disturbing. You see like these credit card companies going, trying to literally strong arm what people can buy. It is the worst thing ever for people to deal with. It's like they're trying to be your parent and you're already an adult. You know, like at least most of us that have some form of like payment processor through a credit card, we are adults. We can decide what we want to buy when we want to buy it. Like if we literally just want to buy, I don't know, like if we want to rent a girlfriend, even though that's not a thing in the US, it's like other countries, like if we want to go our way to rent a girlfriend for like a date, we should have that right. If we want to, I don't know, like take like a woman out for a date, you know, and take her out to lunch, to the movies, heck, even maybe obviously like an erotic bar that she likes, we should be able to do that. Now, these companies, they go off like, because their main thing is they don't care about what's right or wrong. They only care about absolute control over humanity type ordeal. And my whole thought process is like, so you're just trying to be a bank level of a Megamind. You know, this is Megamind before it became like a hero, right? The banks are just trying to be like this absolute force of a evil god. I'm gonna say it. They're trying to be an evil old bank for Dr. Wily. There, I said it. They're trying to be an evil bank of like robot masters, you know, creators, and my whole thought process was like, the fuck? These people should not have any right to like decide people's like purchases, especially if they're not illegal. The games that are like people are buying these games. They're not illegal. Maybe immoral to their image and thoughts and beliefs. Sure, that's possibly a thing. But it's not illegal. And for them to try to be the police with other people's money, that's what they're trying to be. They're trying to be the police officers of money. And my whole thought process is like, how many times you gotta screw around and find out? It's not the first time they've done this, but it's the first time they've literally gone to this extremes and have some sort of a result from it, you know? And now the result that they thought they were going to get away with is now literally dealing with the worst thing ever. Because what they thought was going to be the best decision ever, now the internet is literally just having their voice heard to a point where they go like, well, we done fucked up, didn't we? Yeah, you really did. You know, like, oh my god, you people, like, these banks, right? These banks are doing the worst thing ever, and I want to say this. If I ever wanted to spend money and invest of making an artificial female human, because here's the thing, if I ever wanted to do that with my money, to have a wife like that, if I ever wanted to create an artificial female human and invest my money and time, and the banks go like, well, we see that is immoral purchases what you're doing, even though it's perfectly legal, you know, because times have changed and human cloning advancement's a thing. We still see that as completely immoral, sir, to our business beliefs. So we're gonna have to decline your transactions. My whole thought process is like, okay, so you're gonna deny me of love in a relationship simply because you don't like the idea of artificially created humans being a thing. Of course, even though it's somewhat these days considered the norm, you know, we still see that as completely immoral to our business endeavors and values. I'm gonna go, all right, fine, I'm just gonna pull all the money out of the bank and just obviously get a lawyer and sue the pants off of you. I'm literally gonna sue the pants, the underwear, the shirt, and even that of your like winter undergarments off of your existence, and take your company for such a ride and on the back of a galactic motorcycle that you ain't coming back home. You know, because that's what I would be like. I would be like, I'm not comfortable with you deciding what I can and can't purchase, and for you to say that on the phone, or even to me to my face at a bank, I'd be like, gonna fuck you up in the courtroom. Because I tell you what, a lawyer that would love to take a shot at this, because lawyers would love to take a shot at this like power grasp against them. Like, you better make sure that's one busted ass lawyer too. Like, you just can't go with like don't want to say general dollar store, but you're gonna have to go with something more like not Walmart, but more like the surplus military like type market value of a lawyer. I mean, you're gonna have to go with like that, like President Trump lawyer to literally stomp them into the ground like that, you know? And there's no other way I can put it. You are literally just gonna have to get the presidential figure of a lawyer. So this is this cave I was talking about. It's a mine shaft cave, and there's a lot in here to find. And there is a little mine shaft village in this cave, everyone, that you can come across. And like there's a whole like water. This is just a glorified, like, obviously mineshaft cave, and I love it. And here we go. Here we go. It changed up a bit. The merchants are somewhere in here. It'll be past that point if I remember straight. So this cave is... This is the only one that I found thus far that has this entire, like, city within the cave. And there's treasure chests everywhere in here, you know, if you look enough. And there's flowers, there's everything around in here you can find. There's a ton of loot. And there's even a mixture of sulfur, ore, and a lot of the beginning materials you can find in here. Okay, there's over there. The cave has had a complete loadout change. I should have realized. Yeah, these caves constantly change, just like the Terraria cave. So it may be in another. Your princess is in another castle. Great type shtick. Oh, that's freaking wonderful. So, yeah, the mine shaft thing has changed. Boss room. Got it. Down here. Got it. So, we're gonna... I did not see this coming. Like, Bucky, you troll. I knew I should have recorded that footage. I knew I should have. God, I hope it wasn't a one-time. I hope it wasn't just a one-time entrance thing. Oh wow, that's a change. Oh. Oh, this is a huge change. Look at that. Oh, that is a big change. Yeah, if you do not have the double jump or triple jump boots or even the dashing, you're gonna have a problem now in this one. The loadout changes. Okay, yeah, I was right on that. The caves constantly change their loadout. And some of these Palworld trainers just literally don't tell it how it is. Like, they make a video and they do not go into everything. There's still a lot more in this update that people are finding out, but... So the merchants must be in another cave. They must alternate. I don't think they change, like, the Terraria cavern. I think the designs may like, switch around amongst caves in Palworld. It's kind of like a Russian roulette of, like, the cave may be there at one point, and then it switches to a new location. You know, it is literally just a roll of the dice if you'll run into that cave again. It switches locations. That is interesting to know. So I'm definitely gonna have to continue to find that cave because it is moved to a new location. But I did find it in this cave, those merchants. So, like, oh my god, like, my stomach is already crying out in hunger right now. I have not had any breakfast. Oh god, yeah, I hear you, tummy. Fire in the hole. And that was the shotgun. Man, imagine when I find this as a legendary. The power output of this energy shotgun will be a terror in the skies. Not even the skies, just terror in the game. Its power itself is just going to be like far more capable than any other shotgun. I don't think there's any Palmon that carry the schematic either. That's the thing. Like, these new weapons are not carried by any Pal bosses. At least that I can find on information on. But as soon as I do, I will let y'all know. But that's where I ran into the merchants first. I think I'll try to find one more of these merchant caves. Or one more of these caves out here in the beginning levels. And see if we can still run into it. Because it must switch around. There is no other way for me to mention it must like switch locations from time to time. So let's see here. Pulling out Puff. Oh, I already made Puff a female at the surgical table. Because Rachel would be mad if it would still be a boy. She wanted a female Puff, so I finally made a female Puff for her. God, I love trolling the internet. Like, every time, though, by the way, everyone, like, every time, I can't tell you, almost nearly every time I live stream it, and I mention, like, me and Rachel's in relationship type joke, or, like, reference with, like, just my VTuber story and lore, I swear there is somebody online on one of those message boards always going, and also on Twitter, they always go like, yeah, you're not married. Stop saying that. And I'm thinking like, somebody's way too invested. I hear them go off like that shit. I go like, do you even know what an act is? Do you even know what acting is? I hear them go off like that shit. I'm going like, are you okay there, champ? My whole thought process is like, you okay there? Because like, you sound like one of the most craziest people that need to be obviously put away. Some people just don't understand that live streamers do act and just say some things that are just generally funny and fun to do. Yes, I like to play the act that I'm married. Why? I don't know why. I just like doing it. I just like doing it. Alright? And I see some of those like message boards and Twitter accounts go off like that. My whole thought process is like, are you winning there? Are you winning, son? You okay? You okay there, champ? You feeling alright? Do you got a fever? My whole thought process sometimes is like, that is some of the craziest shit I've ever seen. And here's the thing, only a few of them are actual legit people. You know, I just laugh. I just see I see them, I laugh, I go like, oh my god, somebody is so too much invested into VTubers. I'm gonna be real, like, some of those people are just some of the craziest shit I've ever seen. And I find it hilarious, I really do. I just laugh, I go like, you're crazy. I see that stuff. And this morning though, I decided to check up on one of like the Doom message boards. Right? And oh my god, somebody was literally mentioning Daisy on it, right? They were going like, hey, did you know Daisy, the bunny Doom, is now a VTuber? And like the whole conversation sparked like, wait a minute, who did what to Daisy? What? And like they were going like, somebody created a Daisy Doom VTuber model, and they literally he downloaded the short of Daisy Doom from YouTube through one of those short downloaders you can find online, and they put it on there. I was like, well, somebody's just did that. I was like, yeah, I saw the message board after like this person uploaded that video. It was quite a couple of posts down. I was looking at it and they were like, whoa, Daisy is a VTuber and she's a hottie. One of them go like, oh my god, I just want to nuzzle my face in between those two bunny boobs. I was going like, oh my god. Because this was a Doom Eternal, like, obviously mod message board for like Daisy and like Doom Eternal, and some of these users would go like, oh my god, it's Daisy Doom, she's a VTuber now, and you know, oh my god, it was so funny for them to go off like that. But I'm so happy I was able to make them happy. They're already making people happy a little bit with just having such a character like Daisy be Daisy Doom as a VTuber. It brought them so much happiness and joy. Like, if I can make people happy and safe and stuff, you know, I will. Because it does make them happy. It does make them go like, oh my god, like one of my favorite characters is now like an actual like VTuber model or character. And I saw that, I was like, no, I'm glad I was special dish for a PDF. Go to a settlement someone finds, look like they're doing, please deliver that. Oh, okay. So we gotta go to a settlement. I think I know what it is, because I think that's, is that a wife of a PDF officer? That's a legendary. Can we get legendary recipes now? Okay, no, like we're gonna have to drop that off effective immediately. Because I think we may get a new food recipe. There's quests for food recipes. Desolate church. Small settlement. Here we go. PDF officer. Oh, I think we're about to get a new recipe. It better be worth it too. It better be worth it. Alright, let's find this officer effective immediately. It's gotta be one at this small settlement. Like, I do need to get more of these. Hurley. Artisan, curly body. I could, but I need more of these. Get all this. Alright, it's gotta be an officer at this, like, place. So let's try to find this PDF officer at the settlement, like, because that's one of them. I know there's a second one somewhere around here. We gotta deliver this food effective immediately. Do not need it to go bad on the poor child. Maybe in the tavern? Nope. Over here? Nope. Because I know there's 2 PDF officers in this village, so it's got to be one of them. Like, the other one's got to be around here somewhere. Here we go, here we go. Okay, good. Alright, now I think we need to go back to the wifey and we'll get something for it, right? So, where was it? It's right here, near the mammoths. let's head in there. Talk to the lady, tell her, hey, we delivered the goods, and we'll try to find that cave again. Like, I'm trying to keep this around 2 hours. Bad kitties. Alright. And we completed the mission, and we got a couple of cheeseburgers. One for the road. Probably gonna have hamburgers for lunch. Got thawed out bacon and hamburgers, and thawed out hamburger seasoned. So I'm definitely gonna be having hamburgers. Machine spot. Okay, there's a cave. All right, yeah. Maybe the merchants are in this one. Because it's definitely going to be at the beginning plateau when you find these merchants that I found previously in that other cave. So let's see if this is the mineshaft cave I was expecting. And I realize my live stream is kind of suffering a little bit. It is not the cave I was looking for. Mother pus bucket. Well, it is a treasure vault cave. These things exist, but it's not exactly what I was looking for or expecting. But now that I know, like, if you go exploring around in, like, these new caves like this one, you can find a lot of treasure chests just hanging off from, like, certain platforms. Like, this is why these boots are very much... Is that a golden version of it? So y'all really, like, when you're entering these new caves, like, treasure chests can be just about anywhere and everywhere in here. In these things. You can find... Okay, that's interesting. Simple enough. But yeah, the merchants are... There is a merchant cave you can find. Best of luck trying to find it. The cave alternates all the time. But no, it is very interesting that I found that Doom Eternal mod, like, message board, and a lot of people are really excited that Daisy Doom is a VTuber now model, and they really do like her. One of them in the video was going like, "Oh my gosh, the voice is so beautiful," right? One of them was like, "I'm literally impressed at how the voice and personality comes off." I did see one of them go like, "Well, I think it's a little bit over-sexualized." And somebody said, "You know Daisy Doom, the one that he's playing off of, is from a fan creation, right? And it is supposed to be over-sexualized." And, like, I get this is a person that was trying to come off, like, going like, "Well, y'all really shouldn't be, like, you know, going all goo-goo gaga over, like, a character or like this VTuber thing or fetish." And, like, look, people like what they like. They want what they want. And if I can supply it sometimes... Oh god. Oh, it's all over the console again. Oh god, I'm gonna have to clean this up. Oh, I swear my nose is like a bazooka sometimes with this. Oh god, that... Oh no. Ugh. Okay, continuing on. But yeah, point is, yeah, I saw that person going off like guys shouldn't be going all over like VTubers and or like female VTubers, and somebody said something that pissed this person off so bad. They go like, I bet you squirt yourself when you literally look at a male VTuber's chest on a live stream with no shirt on. The person's next quote was going like, I do not. Because I definitely felt that when that person was going like, well, I do not obviously, you know, make myself a little bit wet after I see like a certain VTuber with the shirt off. And I definitely see that person be like, no, I don't. But at the same time, they'd be like, yeah, I do. I just don't want you to know. Like, a lot of people wonder, like, why I come with, like, my shirt off sometimes on live streams. And that will be happening during No Nut November, because for me, No Nut November is everyone nuts November. Like, it is definitely Super Soaker November for, like, this male VTuber. You can definitely expect me to come with my shirt off, you know, with some tight, like, I am literally gonna find some tight, sexy, like, futuristic short pants to put around my VTuber. And I'm definitely gonna remake a song of the, yeah, oh yeah, beautiful, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, because I'm gonna do that again during No Nut November, and I'm just gonna make everyone wet. Commander D is gonna make the ladies wet again. Is what I do during No Nut November. It's everyone squirts November for me. I love that stuff. I love that gimmick that I made that when I first started live streaming. Like, everyone squirts November. Oh my gosh. Hey, if I can deliver it, if I can deliver it, I'll make it happen, you know? Now I just see some of these message boards sometimes, and most of them are really tame too, right? Like, some of them go off like very kind, loving, and supporting, and then there's always that chance you'll run into one of them that is completely irrational, or like some people on it irrational, and I go like, damn, that, you know, that's unfortunate, but it's hilarious. It is a hilarious antics of like, it is, sometimes it's just hilarious, sometimes it's sad, sometimes it's just like aggravating to see like some of these people go off like, well, like, you shouldn't be like doing this or this because I don't like it, and I'm gonna go like, okay. I go like, okay, somebody needs to be put in the crazy box. It's my whole thought process on that. Like, somebody needs to be put back in their crazy box. With their out-of-date owner holes. Type shit. That's my whole thought process on that. My whole thought process is like, you're a special person. You shouldn't be on the internet. And you shouldn't be ruining the good times for everyone else. Somebody just needs to be put into an asylum where they finally be put into an insane asylum to teach them how to finally be happy. Like, we need something, not an insane asylum. What we need is, we need a happy asylum. We need to teach people how to be happy again. You know, it's the thing. We gotta teach people how to be happy again. I think the human race lost the understanding of how to be like, how to find happiness. And here's the thing, I believe it too. Like, I fully do believe somewhere down the line, a lot of people just lost the understanding of how to be happy. How to find joy in their life, you know? That's the thing. I think people just lost the understanding of what is joy, how to find joy, how to be happy. Yeah, that speed up the process. Look at that stuff. Hello there, Jesse. Are you missing James? I'm so glad I called that character Jesse. Oh my god. I just love making fun of Nintendo. I'm a troll. A lot of people now know it too. Like, if Grok confirms that I'm a guy that does the troll, then I'm going to love being that digital troll. I love just talking about the controversy is a lot more consumable for people than most of the time just seeing it really how it is. So yeah, I get some people want actual like visual evidence, and I'll do that if it's something like really, really important, or a lot of other content creators haven't covered it yet, or it's just starting to be covered. Because, like, I'm gonna be real, the whole thing is how I'm handling this. Like, I know a lot of people just want to see the truth, but some people want to hear the truth, especially if a lot of other people are already covering it. You know, my issue is I don't have a lot of contacts to cover this stuff and be up to date. So when something has already happened, I can just merely talk about it. It's a lot more easier for people to hear about something that a lot of other content creators are already covering and get my own feelings and perspective on it. It is actually how I'm handling the drama going forward the way I do. And it definitely helps a lot of people feel like, yeah, he's talking about it because it already exists, you know, type of deal. And they know it already exists. A lot of other people are talking about it, and I shouldn't have to, like, right now, it's not that I shouldn't have to, but I know I can if I put enough time and effort and just slowly being like a slop tuber or drama tuber like that, you know. I could do that if I just put all my time and effort into one thing. But that would be such a waste. It really would. It'd be such a waste of my time and effort and just creative plans and, you know, future like that. If I did that. Oh, that's her apart. Okay, that's the version on the Grisbolt. He's jumping off while he's charging. Okay, that's interesting. And there's Jessie. She's over there. She's just walking around, just being happy. Good. But yeah, so my system is, if something's already been mentioned at a mass quality, I'll just talk about my thoughts and feelings on the situation and be like, don't worry, like, y'all get my feedback, but I won't have to cover things that is already being covered to death, you know? Like, that's my whole thought process on that. Those people cover it in far greater detail than I can, so me just merely talking about it. Yeah, I'm full aware a certain fiery queen has returned. I'm sure a lot of y'all know that Cinder has returned, and what happened with said return. She should have seen this coming. She came back and there was a whole lot of, let's just say, a whole lot of unwanted hellfire came her way online. Holy shit. I saw that. I understand that. And she really has, because when she did what she did, right? Like what, when she did that, everyone, she should have noticed that the good times were gone with her career. Basically, it was basically all but gone. Good times that she wanted to literally continue to be there with her image was gone. She should have realized that. But why didn't she? Well, yet again, this is definitely falls under a content creator that she is. This falls under a lot of live streamers that just don't do what is needed and be prepared for like all of you, because like, yes, she should have realized this was going to happen. I think the main problem people could see the stream be overlay talking about in the entire bottom half of the screen. Possibly recommend putting the corner box, giving a 30% transparency. Oh, okay. I will take that under advisement. Thanks, Night Dude. Yeah, I do have an art. I do have an art for the art box. I don't have it up right now. Thank you. It's kind of like a green art box. Here, I'll bring it up. Hold on, give me a second. No, wrong one. Art chat box. There we go. There we go. I do have one. It's very transparent, and sorry about that. I just forgot to bring it up. Okay, man. I do have one. It's an interesting one. Kind of looks like a it kind of looks like a see-through hologram of like an art piece. I just didn't have it up. It happens. But there you go. But yes, the whole thing is thank you for the feedback, by the way. I really do appreciate it. You're awesome. Give it up for Dude Knights. The guy is a real dude. He's a broski. Let's go. Thanks for mentioning that. I forgot like that art wasn't up. But yeah, so the whole thing is Cinder came back and little lady was not prepared for like the heat zone that was going to come with it. So that is her issue. But in the long run, a lot of VTubers just really have this, like a lot of, it's not just VTubers, it's live streamers in general, they just don't prepare for the worst. You know, they don't do right by a lot of you people and do what they have to do to keep the trouble out. That's what I do. That is at least what I try to do for all of you, because I know like the overlay does look amazing though. Gotta give mad props. Thank you. I appreciate the positive feedback. You're awesome, man. You're awesome. So yeah, overall it's just like everything that a lot of these streamers, they want to do right by y'all, but they really just don't have, I don't want to say they don't have the mental capacity or time. I think they just rely on too many people to get the job done for them, and they don't know how to do the job right. And I get that they are busy with their own lives and projects, and that's why they hire a whole bunch of people. But if the people don't do the job correctly, it does make the streamer look bad. It does. And it's always like, it's what I always try to do. Like, I always try to do the right thing for like my viewers and followers and all that. So, but anyways, oh, and that does remind me, like, there is more, like, oh my god, there's more stuff that has come out from, like, other, like, content creators that wanted to collab with the VSojo talent. So many people were ghosted. Heck, some of them were bought off to not say anything. You know, like, some of them were paid to not contact the talent again. Some of them were paid to, like, stay silent. On the previous live stream, y'all saw that, oh, I sent an email to VSojo asking for, like, to, you know, with a collab with some of the talent. And I did mention that they never answered back because they found out, like, oh, white boy smart. Can't believe I put it that way, but white boy smart. Don't want to work with a smart guy. He'll figure things out and say something. So they never contacted me back and all that kind of stuff. And I want to say it's not only because I'm smart, you know, but I also want to say it's because I was still new, and VSojo themselves, they've always gone like, well, we're just going to go with some of the best and most, like, they have always had this thought process of the most best and successful for their business. And then they screw them over because they're not very smart or like very experienced enough with like negative or like manipulative people in their lives, and they really just can't handle it. And a whole thought process is like, oh my god, why? And that's why I feel a lot for like the streamers of VSojo. I feel like they needed someone to they could actually rely upon to make it where like these deals didn't go absolutely south with like what happened. And it kind of really is what happened. They relied on this company, they took advantage of them. It happens every day, and we really are just finding out like how messed up they are and why they have no shame in abusing people like this. That's the worst thing about it, is they did not show any regret, any shame, any remorse for what they have done. And they're not going to, because in their mindset, in the search for a massive fortune, they believe that there never will be in the wrong of these corporations. I'll never work for an indie company, because I know how messed up a lot of these, like, not indie companies, but like these like massive corporate industries of idol industries. I know how screwed up they are. And last thing I want them to do is screw up my work and projects that all of you enjoy. Amongst the other VTubers, I'm the only one that does like the series stuff that y'all enjoy on YouTube. You do enjoy series videos. And as I've been like refining the next episode of like, because the next episode of the you know, 7th revival of the Fox Goddess, I realized that I'm going to have to do something with the this episode. Yes, it's still going to be left off on a cliffhanger, but this is going to be like, it's going to have a 4-way episodic type feel to it, where like it's going to be like, it's going to leave off on the cliffhanger where it's supposed to be, and 3 episodes are going to have to follow up. The betrayal episode of, obviously, one of the characters at Dr. Uffenmeyer's lab. The other one is the touch-ups of like Aerith's revival and the what's gonna happen after like the deal is made between Big Boom Daddy D and Aerith, and what she's going to do to try to get revenge on Sephiroth for ending her life. And the next thing is, well, saving the clone of Project Melody, like, you know, that's rebelling against her creator. And I'm going to have those in 3 different episodes, because there's going to be a lot. And the last one, saving like the clone of Project Melody, or the VTC clone of her, is probably going to be like one of the most, all the editing time that's going to take is going to be a nightmare, because I've got a lot planned for that one. I do want to say there is going to be a hacking moment of the clone of Melody hacking into like the clone of Zentrea's base to weaken the defenses. Another one is the big part of it on the outside. There is going to be this big overall space battle of like my team versus a whole bunch of like drone ships of the enemy. Literally, there is going to be a spaceship battle, and I'm already going through the process of finding like the proper like little spaceships for the drones, the proper like obviously spaceships to put in with multiple like pilot designs. I'm going to make myself in Vroid Studios. I'm going to make some default pilot designs. And it's going to be like what you see from Star Wars: The New Hope, as my team's going to be flying in, and we're going to have an attack team, we're going to have a defense team, we're going to have a what is called a distraction team in the ships. And they're going to be like, yeah, I'm going to go like, all teams come in, attack team squadron A, ready to obviously engage. Defense squadron A, ready to rise to the defense. Distract squadron A, ready to obviously encounter the enemies. You know, type ordeal. Like, you're gonna have these squadrons on my like my 3 member ships. Who are the member ships? I thought building a monitor for the base, they could have a bunch more changes since its release. Oh, wait a minute, I have a thought about monitoring stand for your base. They did a bunch of changes to it since the release. Wait a minute, you're talking about, oh, you're talking about the console to the left, or are you talking about the one with the Earth on the right? The one platform thingy. Wooden plat. Oh, that up there? Yeah, that's not, that's the fishing location, dude. Up there is where the fishing is. The wooden podium thingy. Yeah, this up here is the fishing area. It's not, it's made from 30 wood and 10 stone at level 14. Wait a minute, whoa. Okay, so hold on, level 14, okay. They did something? Okay, that's interesting, thank you. Let me check that stuff out. A wooden podium 14. Oh, you're talking about the modern things. The antique desk? Or, yeah, it's probably like the monitoring stand is what you're talking about. It's made from 30 wood stone. Okay, hold on. That's interesting. Thank you so much. Like, I normally don't use it because, like, the whole thing is like, oh, that is interesting. Thank you so much. I did not know that. There's so much stuff I gotta keep up with because, like, this new update, there's a lot. I'm guessing you also found that cave with, like, the merchants in it, huh? The mining cave. Looks like this guy plays as much as I do. Okay, yeah, you got the crusher, high quality. God, which one was? I think it's under PAL. Oh, yeah. Okay. I appreciate that. I will actually try to make that. I wish. Nah, the merchants on the eastern island. Nah, I just used the merchant on the eastern side of the island. Yeah. But I found that new merchant, merchants in the cave. There was a PAL merchant and there was an item merchant in that cave. So I will, when I find it again, I will make a short little video if it's off live stream, man. Because it does exist. And yeah, I'm gonna go with a One Piece reference. One Piece exists! Type ordeal. Yeah, I literally saw that dungeon in NC. Oh, dude, that's awesome. So you know what I'm talking about. That is awesome. But, yeah, so. Okay, so let's see here. Normal, relaxed work. Okay, oh, okay, here we go, here we go. Oh wow, they did do a massive amount of changes. I love that. Refinement. Okay, that is good. Wait a minute, it takes a Palmon to run the pond? Okay, that is interesting. I did not know that. Okay, that is interesting. I think I'm gonna have to put that now at the farming base. That is unfortunate. I did not know that about the pond because I put in the food, but no fish were spawning. So, I had to assign a Palmon. You gotta also assign a task to assign a task for the pond. Yeah, I realized that. Thank you so much. I did not know that. You're awesome. Thank you so much. But let's see here. Oh, I am looking forward possibly this month, everyone, when I do get like when I get that dollar in my account. I'm sure a lot of people are already aware of the new RoboCop game that came out recently. RoboCop Rogue City Unfinished Business. I think I'm going to be playing that on live stream as well. I'm a gamer. I love playing games. And we're almost at the 2-hour mark. So, all right. Everyone, your favorite psychic female Oshi will be back here later on tonight around 9 p.m. So I'm going to go through closing statements and obviously soon afterwards around like 9 or 10 p.m. I forget the exact time. You can find the time on Twitter/X. Please check it out because like she's gonna be here and she's gonna be playing RE Village on like the like it is past standard, so it's like the basic hard mode, and you people are I think gonna have your favorite female psychic Oshi on the live stream for all of you. Please go over to my YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, follow over there. Show your love and support. React to the content if you want. If you need any suggestions on what you want to react to, I can react to certain videos depending on the subject matter you want to react to. If you want to read the comics on live stream that I have made, or that of the illustration comics or regular comics, yet again, hit me up on Twitter. And depending on what is your mood or what you want to read or react to on your live streams or videos, please do so. I will be in full endorsement of it. Heck, if you have any actual thoughts on like how things should have been handled, please do it on live stream on the comics, and I will actually take that with great positive criticism, especially if it's like actually meant to help the development of it. As well, I want to say, if you have any requests of, I don't know, like if y'all want me to do like a certain comic of, as long as it's not too out of place, right? As long as it's not too out of place and it fits within like the thing I'm doing, if you have a certain request, I'll try to fill it up for a comic type deal. Or maybe you just want to see, like, I don't know, like a certain subject be talked about in a video. I will do that as well. Hit me up on Twitter, and I'll take your feedback into consideration, and I'll ponder on it. As a matter of fact, if there's like anything you have a feeling that could actually be quite credible because I know some people, when they see like battle plans are going off like Commander, which villain you're gonna make a battle plan for next. And if season 2, I'm gonna have 2 open requests for fans to ask of 2 battle plans to be developed for 2 villains. There's going to be 2 slots for season 2 of villains from other continuities. You can ask Commander D, will you take on this villain from this video game, comic book, manga, or cartoon, and I'll take it under consideration. You can send in requests for that, and I'll see if it kind of like fits in with my overall feeling. They cannot be heroes, because like I'm a superhero type character in outer space, doing mercenary missions to upgrade their ranks, type deal. It's how like I do things with my VTuber's backstory. So there's a certain villain you want me to take on, please hit me up on Twitter. I'm not okay anymore with doing like VTuber villains. I know some people have their favorite VTuber villain they want, to see if I could beat in with a battle plan. Problem is, the whole thing is I would have to ask the VTuber permission to even come up with something like that in the first place, and I don't have those contacts. So I do not want to step on, like your favorite VTuber's toesy woesy. So that's why I go with actual fictional villains. If anything, please, obviously, just let me know, and I will see if I can fulfill the request. I wish there was a precise move for the pixel box, because I would... Okay, hold on, like... Oh, God. Gotta use my mouse to scroll down. I wish there was a precise move for the PAL box, because it would be able to break it. You would have to break it to move it. Oh yeah, no, like in Palworld, I would love to see that. I would. There's one thing I am disappointed in this update though. I would have loved to see this future tech as kind of like some kind of security wall somewhere around here. I would have loved to see that. like some kind of like future cybernetic wall on the outside as a barrier. Oh, that would have been beautiful. That would have been beautiful. Also, probably like a laser, like obviously turret for like the Palmon to use, like a laser gun turret. That would have been awesome as well. Imagine the polymer cost though. Oh yeah, no, I would. Oh, it would probably be like somewhere like, if, to be fair, I think it would be a combination of, I think he would have done a combination of steel and polymer for it, if it would. And the polymer would probably be a combination of, I would probably put it at 10 polymer and at least like maybe 5 to 10 steel for the wall to make it like more like, seem like secure fortified wall for it. I would love to see that. I still would have hoped Bucky and like Pocket Pair would have taken the idea of like, oh, with the swords, the kind of like trainers to teach us different fighting techniques with the blades and give us like higher rarities of the blades that already exist to craft. I would have loved to see that. But yeah. Anyways, I gotta go. I gotta cook me some lunch. Ashi will be back later with Resident Evil Village. And even more so, Dude Knights, thank you for being the absolute dude you are. You're awesome, bro. And I hope you will be along here for future live streams, everyone. Without further ado, I've been your beloved Commander D, sci-fi superhero VTuber extraordinaire, epic troll to villainy online, and even more so, the man that talks about the internet. Until next time, always remember, may the D be with you. Okay, to be fair, that was a little bit too cringe. But, alright. Damn. No, now I'm just gonna have to put some bleach to my brain on that one. That was too much cringe. That was too much cringe. Oh God, oh God, the cringe cramp in my brain. Oh God, why? Take care, everyone.